Rich kid living in a golden cage finally breaks free and finds actual happiness. I grew up in a very wealthy family. My dad was a CEO and my mom was a lawyer. We lived in a huge house and I went to a private school. I had everything I could ever want, but I was miserable. My parents were always working and I hardly ever saw them. I was raised by nannies and tutors. I didn't have any real friends. The other kids at my school were just as rich as I was, and they were all just as unhappy. We were all competing with each other to see who could have the most expensive clothes, the nicest cars, and the biggest houses, but none of us were happy. We were all just trying to fill a void that couldn't be filled with material possessions. When I was 18, I went to college. I finally got away from my parents and their world. I started to make real friends. Friends who didn't care about how much money I had or what kind of car I drove. Friends who cared about me for who I was. I graduated from college and got a job. I didn't make a lot of money, but I was happy. I had a small apartment, a used car, and a few close friends. I was finally living the life I wanted to live. I realized that money can't buy happiness. Happiness comes from within. It comes from having meaningful relationships, doing work that you love, and living a life that is true to yourself.